The 13 best things to do in London. London is one of the world's greatest cities, proven by the sheer number of annual visitors. It often ranks among the top 3 to 5 most visited cities, with more than 20 million visitors per year. Whether you're here for a day or more, there's so much to do in London. From tasting food to seeing history and bucket list sites, let's dive into the top things to do in London. 1. Hyde Park. Hyde Park is possibly the most famous park in London, and it is one of the largest. The park has historical significance, having hosted a number of demonstrations and protests, including protests by the suffragettes. The park's famous Speaker's Corner is still occupied by debates, protests, and performance artists every week. The park is home to several memorial features, as well as 2 bodies of water, the most famous being the Serpentine. Here you can go paddle boating, see a number of swans, and take in a breath of fresh air in the center of the city. A must-visit. 2. St. Paul's Cathedral. St. Paul's Cathedral is a landmark in the London skyline. The cathedral's dome is what makes the architecture so exquisite and iconic from the outside. The present church has been there since the 17th century and was constructed in the rebuild of London after the Great Fire of London, which destroyed much of the city. You can go inside the cathedral and walk around, as well as view it from the Millennium Bridge, which runs over the Thames directly in front of the cathedral. 3. Westminster. Westminster is considered the political hub of London and is home to the Houses of Parliament and the world-famous Big Ben. Big Ben is the name of the bell housed within the iconic clock tower, and it still chimes every hour. You can also find Westminster Abbey here, which is open to the public most days. While visiting these landmarks, be sure to rest your feet in Parliament Square, which features statues of important political individuals, including Nelson Mandela and Winston Churchill. 4. Camden. Camden is a well-known cultural neighborhood in North London. Known for its alternative culture, the crowds here are filled with goth, punks, and rockabillys, and tourists alike. Camden has a vibrant body mod community, and you will find a number of piercing and tattoo shops in this part of town. Camden Market is eclectic and diverse, featuring street food from international cuisines and lots of stalls selling trinkets and unique artwork to take home. Rummage through vintage clothing racks, find a used book to take on your travels, or visit one of the city's best vegan bakeries at Cookies and Scream. After your shopping spree, stroll down to Camden Lock to relax by Regent's Canal or walk along the water all the way to King's Cross. 5. London Eye. A trip to London is not complete without a visit to the iconic London Eye. Originally constructed to celebrate the millennium, the Eye is a giant Ferris wheel offering gorgeous views across the city. At night, the wheel is lit up in seasonal colors and is the centerpiece of London's annual New Year's fireworks display. You can share one of the spacious pods with other keen visitors, or splurge on a private pod for you and someone special. Team your visit to the Eye with a trip to the adjacent London Aquarium to see aquatic creatures from around the world, including jellyfish, seahorses, and crocodiles. 6. Thames Cruise. The Thames is the lifeblood of London, bringing industry to the city for centuries. It is England's longest river, leading into the North Sea at its end. It has been the base for settlements since prehistoric times, and was of strategic importance to the Romans and English kings, as well as during both World Wars. There are a number of companies in London offering cruises across the Thames. Cruises run as regularly as every 30 minutes from several key locations. The cruises pass several key sightseeing locations, including Tower Bridge, the Houses of Parliament, and the London Eye. Some cruises run at night so you can see the sights all lit up, whilst others are served with a meal or afternoon tea. This is a lovely and unique way to view the city, traveling along the historic Thames. 7. The O2. The O2 Arena was originally constructed in celebration of the Millennium, under the name of the Millennium Dome. It once acted as exhibition center with various exhibits and hands-on activities aimed primarily at children. Today, it is a premier destination for live music and stage shows, hosting the biggest names in entertainment on a regular basis. It also houses a cinema, as well as various bars and restaurants featuring cuisines from all over the world. The O2 is an ideal spot to hang out with friends. If you're seeking some adventure, try climbing to the top of the O2. On these guided walks, you can climb along the dome to the roof, where you will witness beautiful views of the city. Afterwards, take the Emirates airline across the water. The airline is a cable car link offering an exciting and unique view of the city. 8. Piccadilly Circus. Piccadilly Circus is instantly recognizable, a square filled with bright lights and big electronic screens. Piccadilly Circus has been a busy London spot since the 17th century when it was a commercial hub. Today, it is still the heart of the West End, with easy access from Piccadilly Circus to some of London's biggest theatres and nightclubs, including the Criterion Theatre. The statue of Eros in the center of the circus itself is a popular meeting point and tourist destination. Pay a visit to Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum at Piccadilly Circus to learn some new facts and see the world's weirdest things. The Trocadero houses a games arcade and some niche shops to satisfy any pop culture cravings. 9. Oxford Street. Oxford Street is not only London's top spot for shopping, but is Europe's busiest shopping street. It has 300 shops and receives over 500,000 visitors every single day. Shop till you drop in designer stores and internationally famous department stores like Debenhams and House of Fraser. Selfridges features intricate and beautiful window displays that change with the seasons. These frequently feature interactive windows and work by acclaimed artists. Around Christmas, the Oxford Street Christmas lights illuminate your shopping sprees and add some glitter to the evenings. 10. Galleries. London is an ideal city for art lovers with so many galleries to visit, featuring the best in classic and contemporary art. Most of the city's galleries are free to visitors, including the National Gallery in Trafalgar Square. The National Gallery has something for everyone, with works by Da Vinci, Turner, Van Gogh, and Rembrandt on display. For prolific modern art, visit the Tate Modern on the South Bank. The building itself is a piece of art towering above the waterfront. Inside, find pieces by Picasso, Klee, and Delaunay. The gallery also features exciting temporary exhibits on every level of the building, making it the perfect place for an art fix. 11. Museums. London is one of the best cities in the world for culture, with a number of free museums to enjoy. On Exhibition Road in South Kensington, you can find many museums close together. Start with the Natural History Museum and pose for a photo with the infamous Diplodocus skeleton in the main hall. Explore the museum and find ancient fossils and stuffed animals, including a dodo replica. Afterwards, go to the Science Museum next door for hands-on activities and to investigate scientific progress throughout the ages. A short stroll to the Victoria and Albert Museum, V&A, will shift focus to cultural history. The V&A Museum has artwork on show alongside fashion and living tools from around the world. Here you will find art students diligently sketching the classical statues and ironwork. Finally, pay a visit to the British Museum where you can see the Rosetta Stone, mummified remains, and explore centuries of archaeological discoveries. 12. Buckingham Palace. A trip to London is incomplete without strolling through Green Park to catch a glimpse of Buckingham Palace. The palace has been home to the British royal family since 1837. It features 775 rooms and the largest private garden in London. Some of the palace is open to visitors, so you can see a little piece of the royal lifestyle. From outside, watch the world-famous changing of the guard. This procedure happens a few times every day and is a great opportunity to witness a historic tradition and the utmost discipline of the Royal Guard, who are all wearing the iconic London bearskin. And 13. Explore at night. London is a vibrant metropolis both during the day and throughout the night. There is always something happening even after dark, from one-off events to nightclubs. As the sun sets, London's lights switch on, providing the city with a magical illumination. There are free walking tours that explore the city at night, or hop on a night tour bus. See St. Paul's Cathedral lit up after dark, or visit the Gothic architecture of Big Ben and Westminster Cathedral. Go to Soho in the West End for buzzing nightlife amongst the big neon signs. Travel a little bit further out to Hampstead Heath for a spot of stargazing, or see Hyde Park at night where bats are frequently sighted. Finally, after a long day and night exploring one of the best cities in the world, visit Polo Bar at Liverpool Street for 24/7 greasy spoon dining.